This conference will now be recorded.
Hi all. So welcome to performance testing with JMeter, and this will be go to advanced level, right? And I'll be covering BeanShell and JSR 2 to 3 use cases, and okay, and I'll be setting up how a real project is done and the scripting and one pro JMeter Pro certification, right? And today will be demo day. Right, it's not a full session. It will be just a basic demo day, right? I just like I just said, correct. We are just meeting today. It's just a start of a session, right? uh, and we will be holding 6 to 7 open sessions, right, as I said, so that you can go through the session, you can analyze the course, you can analyze the course content, you can analyze the trainer, and then you should pay, right? And uh, okay, right, so that you should not feel cheated at the end after paying. So that's what our approach is. That is how I teach, right? So there will be 6 to 7 session, and main session will start from tomorrow. Topics will start from tomorrow, right? Today is just an introduction. As I said, I'll be talking about myself and other things. So why we do open session is so that you should uh, know about the trainer, right? You should know about the course content, correct? And then you should decide, and that's this is what I say to everyone, right? And plus though few people know me, right? So those who know me, they have already paid in advance and they pay, right? My name is VK. Full form is I kept generally short form, right? Vallav Kumar, that is my name, right? So we'll start, right? We'll just start a demo session, right? It will not be big. So uh, before going forward, few people are complaining that they can't hear anything. So my suggestion will be that uh, where is this? Where is this? Yeah, here. My suggestion will be that please join back, okay? Because I feel that others can hear me very clear. Yeah. So what will be today's agenda? Right? Yeah, please check the mic setting. Those who cannot hear, or you please join back. So today agenda will be introduction to performance testing. This I'll be covering today. Uh, okay, and why we should learn JMeter. Fine. These two topic I'll be covering today. What I'll be covering is uh, the what is this course. I'll just uh, talk about what is this course, what is JMeter, and then I'll talk about myself, then benefit of this course, highlights, right? Course date, timing, what will be the application that will be used for real-time practice, right? And I'll take your queries. Okay, so just to start with, right, what is performance testing? See, we have software development lifecycle, right? Software is developed, and similarly, we have to test the software, right? That is what software testing is, correct? These all notes will be shared. Do not worry. Later on, for all the people who are enrolling, it will be shared, right? So in the software testing, there are two types of software testing. Okay, one is called functional testing, and another is non-functional testing. What is functional testing, what is non-functional testing, I'll cover tomorrow in depth. So just an overview. Generally in functional testing, you must have heard about manual testing and automation testing, right? So that is called functional testing. In non-functional testing, this comes performance testing and security testing, right? You must have heard of security. Nowadays security is very, the security thing is very high, right? Everywhere hackers are there, and so that comes in security. And same we have performance testing, right? Performance, so it's part of non-functional testing. So uh, let us say, okay, let me cover a little bit of functional and non-functional. So as I said, see, whenever a car is developed, right, just to think as a real-time example. So when you test its each component, right, each component, when you test it, that will be called functional testing. Okay, but when the whole car is made ready and then you test it, right, you drive it, correct? So that will be performance testing. When whole thing is ready and then you test it, then that is what uh, that is performance. So same way, whenever there is any application, let us say a login is there, right? So suppose this is a login button of Gmail, correct? So when you have to do functional testing, that is what manual automation. See, manual automation is nothing, it's a way of doing the thing, right? So functional testing can be done using two way, either manual or automation, right? Like you must have heard of Selenium and Java. So in functional testing, will be testing like whether this field is working or not, whether this field email field is working or not, or password field is not working or not, or whether you are clicking on login, whether so it's working or not, right? So all this thing you will be testing, correct? So individually you will be testing. That is the functionality. That is what its name is, functionality, correct? Whether it's functionality wise it is working or not. But in performance, what you will be doing, you do not bother about the functionality. What you bother, you put the username, you put the password, and then you hit the login button. In how many minute or in not in minute, in how many second you are able to log in, that is what you measure. That is performance test, correct? Now uh, so that is what, how many seconds it is taking to log in, plus how many users, right? How many users can do the login efficiently in very less time, correct? So that is called user load. So what we bother about here is performance testing in what is the response time. That login time is called response time, right? The time taken, that is called response time, and how much user load are supported, correct? So that is performance. Same way, suppose you are booking a order online, right? So in functional testing, what you will be doing, let us say you'll be checking that whether every order is booked correctly or not, whether everything is done correctly or not, right? That all thing you will be bothering about. But in performance testing, that is what non-functional, you will not be bothering about the functionality of, let us say we order anything, right? We order food, or we order a item on Amazon or Flipkart, right? So suppose you are a tester, you have to test the flow of product booking, correct? You are booking a product, so you have to test each thing, right? Whether it is working fine or not. That is called functionality. But in performance, you will not be worrying about that. You will be just worrying about in how much second these things are done and how many user can do that efficiently, right? So that is the difference. And this is also a type of testing only, right? Performance testing is also a type of testing, and nowadays it is in very boom, right? Very high boom. So that's what functional testing is done using two way, either manual or automation, right? And automation tools uh, that are available are like Selenium, APM, Cypress, Protector, Tosca. These things are there, right? You must have heard of Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python. So these things are done to do the functional testing. In non-functional testing, we have performance testing and security testing, and our course is on performance testing, right? So performance testing tools that are available in market are like LoadRunner, StormRunner, LoadRunner Cloud, Silk Performer, New Load, IBM RPT, WPT, VSTS, OATS, Gatling, Locust, K6, and our JMeter. So we will be learning this tool called JMeter and how to use JMeter to do the performance testing, right? Okay. So see, like you must have heard of Selenium, right? So Selenium is used to do it's a tool, right? It's a tool and it is used to do what? Functional testing only through automation, right? Automation means, what is the meaning of automation? Automation means use of some tool, right? Manual means doing the things manually, right? With hands. But automation means using some tool and getting the things done. That is what automation. So testing the functionality of an application through some tool, that is what automation testing. And the tool generally which is very famous is Selenium, right? So same way performance testing, here also we use tool, and the tools, these are the tools, correct? So many tools I have highlighted. In that one tool we have is JMeter, right? Now out of these so much highlighted tools, you see LoadRunner here. LoadRunner is highly featured but commercial tool. It's a very highly featured and commercial tool. Okay, highly featured means it has very high features, but it's commercial. Commercial means, we have to purchase it, we have to pay to use it, right? And generally it's very costly. It's from a company who owns it is Micro Focus, right? But nowadays the world is moving toward open source. Open source means, for a new beginner here, open source means free. Okay, you can think generally it's wrong to say open source is free, but think like that. Open source means free, means you do not have to ask anyone to use that, right? So that's why Market for JMeter is booming. JMeter tool, right? You got the idea what is JMeter? JMeter is a performance testing tool, and market for JMeter is booming. Why it's booming? Because most of the tool that you see here, these all, right, all these thing, these are paid tools. Okay, and that's what I said. And market is moving towards open source. So this JMeter is a purely open source tool, and there is no other open source tool in the market that can challenge this JMeter. Okay, and that's what we will be learning JMeter, right? I will give you an example. In automation also, in functional testing automation, you must have heard of Selenium, right? Earlier, this HPUFT was like 10 years back, you can say 8 year 10 year back. HPUFT was very booming tool in the market to do the automation testing. Um, Actually, to do the functional testing through automation only, right? You can say automation tool, but it was also a paid tool, right? And then the Selenium came. Okay, and Selenium was an open source tool. It's still there, and the APM is the extension of Selenium only, right? These all are the Cypress Protector. These are also open source only. They have newly came, but Selenium is still there, and it's very high booming tool, and you know it's open source. You see, open source. So now market for this is gone, and people are learning this, right? Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python. Same way to do the mobile testing, mobile app testing, we use APM. It's also open source. So same way in when we come to performance testing, earlier LoadRunner was there and so many tools were there, but they're paid tool. And since market needs open source tools for cost cutting, and then there are many other things are there. So then here comes the JMeter. Right? Many of you will ask like this Gatling, Lucas, K6, they are open source. Maybe few who have the knowledge in performance testing, they must have heard this. So see, Gatling is not purely open source, right? It's half open source, half paid. And this Lucas and K6, you have to know programming, you have to know hardcore programming to use them. This Lucas and K6. For Lucas, you have to know, I think, I forgot, uh, uh, Python or JavaScript, right? You have to know. And for K6 also, maybe JavaScript or Python, anyone you have to know to how to use them. Okay. But for JMeter, you do not have to know the programming. You have to know little bit of programming concept, but not hardcore programming. You do not have to know. That is one more benefit of JMeter, right? And then we here security testing tools are there. So in that we have just for an information, I have kept Metasploit, Bobsuit, SQL Maps, SonarQube. Security testing is totally different area, different domain, right? It's a very big domain, right? Okay. In security, what we worry about is that how secure any application is, right? That is where we protect our application from hackers, right? It's totally different thing. Okay, but it's part of security testing only. Correct? So hope you got the idea between functional testing and non-functional testing, then what is performance testing, and then what is JMeter, right? Then there are few words we have to know that. See, in functional testing, if we find any deviation from requirement, or if we find any issue, that is called defect or bug. But in non-functional testing, in performance testing, if you see anything, any issue or any deviation from requirement, that is called bottlenecks. And in security testing, it is called vulnerabilities, right? So that's what. Now why performance testing is needed? Okay, so see, performance testing is needed to save the loss of revenue, loss of customer, loss of productivity, right? Let us say you must just remember this diagram. Correct. Now we'll go to next slide. So if you see here, suppose, okay, Amazon is there, and many people are using Amazon for shopping, right? But Amazon website is not working fine. Fine in the sense it's very slow. Correct. So will you be there? No, right? You will migrate to different website, because today world is a world of competitor, right? If you are using a bank, suppose ICICI, and ICICI website is very poor, you will close your account in ICICI, right? You will go for HDFC, SBI, whatever. So who will give better service? You will go there. So performance means what? Serving the customer with a better efficiency, right? In terms of application, right? Application, correct? That the application is there and it should serve efficiently. Fine. So that's why we have to test. See, suppose you are developing some e-commerce website, right? Suppose tomorrow you are going to, or a company is going to develop a e-commerce website, a competitor website, right? Let us say. Now, before he launch for the public to use, he should get it tested, right? That hey, suppose 1 lakh people will come to do shopping, or 10,000 people will come to do shopping on my website. Can my website uh, handle that, right? Or whether the time taken for doing the different activity on my website is less. So before giving it to real people, we get it tested. And that is what where the performance testing comes. Correct? How we know that whether application performance is poor? So there are few symptoms, like you will see it's slow to respond, it will stuck while browsing, internal, this kind of error will come. You must have uh, somewhere you must have heard of this kind of error: bad gateway error, timeout error, server is down, server not found, service temporary and unavailable. So these all are symptoms of poor performance of an application. Here I have just written a few examples, like uh, uh, that suppose performance testing or a performance of an application was not well, then how the businesses have occurred some losses, right? So this you can learn, read, right? And this is not important, just for an example I have given. You can read it later on as well. Then what is performance testing? That's what I have explained. We test for the response time, correct, and how much number of users that is supported, that is user load. These are two important factors. And what will be the objectives of performance testing? Speed, stability, scalability, and reliability, right? What is speed? In speed we test that how fast the application is. In stability, what we test that uh, how much stable the application is. I mean, suppose people are using it for longer period, right? So whether it is stable or not, whether it is breaking or not, right? Then scalability. In scalability, what we test that, suppose 10,000 users are doing something on my application, then some extra 5,000 users also came. So that is what a scale, right? Users are coming more, so whether my application can handle the increasing user load or not, right? And then reliability is where we find that uh, that if we are using the application, the users are using application for longer period, so it should be serving, right? It should be serving, it should not fail. So that is what reliability. Plus it should not give wrong response, right? So these are the objective that we test in performance testing, correct? Then need of performance testing tool. So that's what we said, right? The JMeter and other tool that I have highlighted. So see why we need the tool, because manually you cannot do. Suppose you want to test the function performance of an application. So let us say you have designed an application, that's what I am saying, right? The e-commerce website, and you want to know that hey, my application, how my application is behaving for 1,000 people, let us say, right? So manually if you want to get this done, how we will do that, right? You have to hire 1,000 people for a short period, right? For 1 day or 2 day, you have to give them 1,000 laptops, right? And then you have to ask them, hey, start doing something on my application, and then I'll see what is the performance happening, right? Whether it is handle 1,000 people. So is it realistic? No. Suppose I have to test it for 10,000, then from where I'll bring 10,000 people, from where I'll bring 10,000 laptop? Not possible, right? Then these tools comes in picture, right? So any tool, right, any performance testing tool, they simulates, right? They do the real user behavior only. What a tool does is what a real user does in real time, same thing we get it done through the tool. Okay, any tool, right? So instead of real user doing that, tool will be doing that. And another factor of the tool will be that we can generate n number of user, we can generate n number of user load. No need to bring so many laptops, or no need to bring real users, right? User will be generated by tool only. How it is generated, I'll let you know. We will, that is what we will be learning. And user loads will also be generated, then how it is measured, how a tool does thing. That is what we are here to learn, right? So that's why we need the tool, correct? And see uh, the users that are generated by tool, those are called virtual users, like V users. Short form is V users. So since we have real user, but here we will be learning tool, and through tool we'll be generating the user. So that's why they will be called what? Virtual users. Okay, V users, right? Now, now coming to why coming to why we learn JMeter, right? So that's what I have just told, that JMeter is an purely open source performance testing tool, right? Uh, it's free, no license needed. It's very easy and light to use. Very short file, only 130 MB size of size is there for the software. It is just download and use tool. It requires coding only in 20% cases, right? As I said, coding is very less required here. It can be integrated with many other tool uh, like this. So any fresher here, they will not be knowing this, but in future they will come to know. Any experienced people, they will be knowing these tools, right? So it can be easily integrated with this. Market trend for JMeter tool is increasing. Job for JMeter trained person is also increasing day by day, right? IT is also moving towards full stack QA. So what is the meaning of full stack QA is, let us say nowadays you cannot survive. Let us say you are in manual tester, and you cannot survive with manual testing a concept only. You have to learn automation testing. Then in future you have to learn uh, uh, yeah, I'll tell you in future you have to learn performance testing also. So when you learn these all three things, you will be full stack QA. So let us say you start with manual testing, right? Then you learn, either you can learn performance testing, then you later on learn automation testing, or you learn manual testing, then you learn automation testing, and then you learn performance testing. Anything like this is how you have to survive. See, in IT industry, to survive you have to slowly, like after 6 7 years, you have to learn everything, every tool, right? Initially you start with a short, suppose manual tester, or you are automation tester, right? Automation tester initially. Then to survive you have to learn manual testing, then like that, right? So that is full stack. So suppose a performance, a manual tester is there, or a automation tester is there, right? So to survive he should learn performance tester also, performance testing also, right? In the market. But this is how the things is going. It is easy for it is very handy for developers also, so that they can test their codes locally, right? Then JMeter is fully capable in performance testing of like HTTP applications, web services, REST and SOAP database, uh, uh, right? HTTP, the web application means all the application that we see, right? That are called web application. Web services, REST and SOAP APIs, DB queries, page load testing, FTP, SMTP, and mobile apps, right? So in this, we'll be covering this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And we will be covering this much. Fine. Main part is this one. It takes very much time. Right? These are all dependent on this only. Correct. And this is the graph. Okay, you see, uh, uh, you see most of the performance tester are there in India only, and most of the people using nowadays are you see the JMeter only. Correct. And in India also, most of the job of performance testing is it a company are like Cognizant, TCS, Tata, Infosys, Capgemini, Accenture. These are the bigger companies. Some other many companies are also there, right? So that is the trend. Now, as I said about me, so my name is Vallav Kumar. I have 7+ of years of experience in JMeter, LoadRunner, New Load, Selenium. Currently, I'm based in Bangalore. Right, I have done projects on e-commerce, education, banking. Right, I'm associated with Puffmetrics. I write some articles on JMeter in Puffmetrics. Then I'm also associated with Isha Training Solution. Right, I'm trainer there to teach the JMeter. Right, and currently I have trained 1,000+ people. So uh, yeah, so let me just go and uh, yeah, benefits of this course. So before discussing about this, let me discuss few things. So uh, uh, yeah, so this is the ISA website. Hope this link is shared with you where whole course content is there, right? You can go through the course content. Plus, like I have, as you see, let me close them slowly. So you see, I have taken so many earlier batches, so March batch, right? You cannot see the videos, right? Because they are only available for the paid people, right? So this is March 2020, right? Then like that, I take very less batch, but my batch will be very beneficial, right? You see, April batch like that, then uh, June batch, right? July batch, then September, okay, October, like that. Means this is just I'm showing to so that you can decide, right? Then January 2021, then March 2021, okay, then here April 2021. Then like that, you may see in past 1.5 year, I have taken so much batch, July, and in every batch I will be having a strength of 15 and 20 people. And this is how it's how my course content is, and those who know me, right, they join. Then June batch, then September 2021 batch, then later one last batch was Jan batch of 2022, which I have completed, right? Then this will be this new batch will be March batch, correct? Then this is what Performatics is. It's a performance testing dedicated website where you can read something. So I write article here, okay? Then about my course content, okay, just a second. Yeah, so uh, now about my course and other thing, if you want to read more feedback, so uh, you can search this link, right? Performatics.com, and then you just search there JMeter basic to advanced. You will get one link like this. I hope you guys can see. You have to just Google. In Google, you just search JMeter basic to advanced Performatics like that. So you'll get a link like that. You go to this link. You read everything on this page. You read the feedback given by the people, right? Uh, I have shown you so many things, but apart from that, you read the feedbacks and then you decide, correct? Then you decide. Those who just want to like purchase just videos, like there, see there are two forms. One is live session, right? Currently you people are just enrolling for live session, and then one will be just you do not want the live session, you just want to attend take the videos, right? Previous batch videos, so that facility is also there. You can just visit this page and then you can contact me, and you can take the previous batch videos also. Or if you want the live session, so this the live session means what, the same thing, course content and everything is same, and recorded session also everything is same. Only thing that session is recorded, and price will be little less, right? And live session means this active session, right? So that is what. So just go and read the feedback and decide, right? Please visit this page. I'll suggest to everyone to visit this page and read. Then what are the application that I'll be covering, right? So application that I'll be covering is, one will be the JPET store, correct? And then another one will be this website, okay? This website for real-time practice, correct? Now talking about the benefits of this course will be like real-time examples, then JMeter Pro and training certification. Session will be online, right? Each day, this is very much important. Each day recorded videos with lifetime access via YouTube will be given. Uh, two to three real-time project application scripting examples, right? You can show or crack interview up to 2 to 3 years of experience, notes, document, JMeter script, report, template, resume, that all will be provided, right? Plus, you can join any future batch for free in case you are unable to complete current batch. This is for only for full fees paid candidates, right? So suppose you are not able to complete this batch, you are feel free to join any batch, right? Any future batch. Who can enroll? Anyone who want to learn JMeter from basic to advanced level. Anyone who know JMeter as a basic, but they want to know it in depth, uh, right? They can join. Anyone who wants to make JMeter performance testing as a career, they can enroll for this course. Now coming to key highlights of this course, right? And course content. All will be practical hands-on session, right? Say days will be around 40 to 45 days, right? You see so many, and every day 1.20 hours, right? You see 1 hour 20-minute session. You see how much big session will be, right? So the key content are all highlighted here, right? It will be, you can just go and read the topics. If you wish, you can pause the video, whoever is watching the video. It's unnecessary for me to read out, right? But you can pause the video and read out, okay? Or you can visit those links that I have given and you can read out and decide, right? This everything, right? So all the things that is there in performance testing will be teached with respect to JMeter, correct? Then this here also, right? So these are the key highlights, fine. And in detail, because see, many people will be beginner, right? So if I talk about this thing, so you will not be understanding, right? Those people who know this thing, they can read and understand like the course content, how the course content is. Okay, same thing is highlighted on those pages as I said. Okay. So uh, right, so I'll not go in much details on the course content. Then only thing I'll show you is, see, this is my PPT, uh, where from which I teach. And if you see this PPT, uh, I'll just I'll just take you guys to the end. So if you see, uh, uh, how many slides are there? 225 slides are there, right? So you see from beginning till end, right? You see 225 slides are there. Okay, slides means contents. Okay, so you see how, and every slide is full from, right? So that is how in depth everything, like teaching with 225 slides, right? And days will be, as I said, till 45 days, 1 hour 20 minutes every day. That is how much detailed the session will be, right? Even though you are not satisfied, as I said, you can go ahead and read the course content on the website. Both the links I have given in the videos, right? You can search yourself and read. And before going, I'll just show you the day wise topics, like how, and these all PPTs will be shared, I do not worry. So this is how I teach. Like today will be day one, we are going through the basics, right? Just introduction. Then tomorrow will be day two, right? Like that. So you see, every day's thing is uh, 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 like segregated: day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, right? Day 7, day 8. So anyone who just want to read the topics through this, they can pause the video and read the topic, right? I'll just scroll from top, right? Each day topic they can read, right? Because just reading it will be waste of time. I'm just scrolling and I'm just showing you guys, right? You see how much details thing will be, correct? Day 19, 20, 21, everything will be tested, right? From JMeter, regular expression, and distributed testing, Jenkins, with JMeter. Then one person has pinged me like execution, report generation, right? All these things are there. One person has just pinged me that uh, about the use cases, right, where programming will be required. So you see here in day 39, also we'll be learning that JMeter and BeanShell, right, and JSR 223, correct, and understanding it with respect to Java with real-time use cases, right? So around 5 to 6 days will be there on that only, how we can use coding and in which use cases we should use coding, right? So real time examples where you have to write some codes to get the things done, because this is very much important in interview also, right? BeanShell is asked in interview. Okay, so what are the use cases that is possible will be covered. Okay, so 5 to 6 days on that one. See, so this is how this course content will be there, and it will be it will be end in 40. Generally here it's showing that 50 days, I think it's showing, but yeah, that's what 45 to 50 days session will be there. 45 to anytime it will finish in 40 to 50 days, anything it will take, right? You will get recorded videos, that's what, you'll get recorded videos. Okay, each day recorded video will be given. Okay, so that is all about the course content. Another thing, as I said, if you want to go and read the course content, please feel free. You can pause the video and read, or you can read it on the website, right? I'm not going to explain this. And timing will be, no, APM will not be covered here. It just dedicated session on performance testing and JMeter. Okay, see, timing will be generally session starts at yeah, practice. You practice, man. After taking the session you have to practice. Who is going to stop you? You practice in your laptop, and then you can come back with your doubts. So session, generally session will start with 9:30, but will generally people join late, so I'll say 9:20 to 10:45 p.m. Monday to Saturday, 4 to 5 days a week, right? Okay, 42 to 45 days session will be there, right? And I just said one person is asking about practice, so practice, you everything will be taught live only, and that same thing you have to go and practice. What kind of report? Yeah, reporting will be templates, another thing will be shared. So that is all about the introduction. Now please you can unmute yourself and you can ask your queries. No, AppDynamics and Dynatrace will not be covered, but yes, if you want to learn it separately, you can contact. Okay, here that will not be covered. That is not the part of syllabus. It's just a dedicated course on performance testing with JMeter. After
Yeah, hi. This is Ade speaking from UK. Yeah. My question is, are you going to cover how Docker installing JMeter in Docker container?
um, that I'll not be covered, but it's very simple, man. You can watch any YouTube video, many videos are there, and you can install. Nothing is there.
Oh, yes, I'm aware of that. Thank you for bringing that up again. So the thing is, because of course, I know a little bit, I have basic understanding of JMeter. So, but the issue that I've come across, and I've not seen anyone online treating the issue, is about installing using WebDriver sampler. That is doing client side testing
Hmm.
using a JMeter and then running it on a Docker container. Because the issue I had was Chrome driver. I was unable to, of course, I ran the test, but the GMX file refused to run, and it's giving me error on a Chrome driver.
That is, you have to get it fixed with some automation people, because there's some problem will be there by the connection setup with JMeter and that WebDriver. Okay, so any person who executes automation test on your Docker, he can help you with that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you can contact in inside your company who do that.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, guys. So any for more? Yeah,
I have
please.
a question. Hello. Will you cover the Grafana integration on this part?
Yes, yes. There. Right.
Okay. So memory leak issue is also.
No, that is part of performance engineering.
Okay.
So your Grafana, Jenkins, these things
Okay.
are.
Okay. Understood. Okay.
So that's what I'll suggest. You can pause the video like this, and you can go through the topics, or you can visit the links and read the topics, because
Okay.
it will unnecessary to read them out. Who
Okay.
will listen? Practically no one listens.
Yeah, hi Vallabh. So currently I'm working as a manual testing engineer. So I just would like to showcase or enhance my skills in performance. So what would you suggest
Yeah,
to
it will be
tool
good for it.
LoadRunner or JMeter?
JMeter, go with
Okay,
JMeter. It will be very
all
much
right.
good for. Yeah.
Okay, so if I learn the JMeter, so will the work be related on both functional and non-functional at a time, or if I will be assigning a project related only to the JMeter that I need to work with only JMeter, not manual?
Uh, uh, it depends, man. It depends. Few once you learn this course, practice well and get your few of the experience converted in performance and take the interview. Right? Generally, you will be getting the work on, especially in performance only. But in free time, they will since you have experience in manual, they will say something to do in manual also. In case of
Okay.
when you are on bench, right? That's what we say.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. And learning JMeter will be fine, or still performance engineering and many tools?
No, no. Initially, you learn JMeter because that is the basic. See, the things happens in this way. Okay. First, you have to
Mhm.
learn performance testing.
Okay.
Then you have to learn one APM. APM is where this Dynatrace and AppDynamics come, and then you
Okay.
have to learn performance engineering. So, but this is the base. Okay, you have to start from here. This is not that much hard. You can contact me once you finish this. You contact me for this and this, right? I'll give you. I have some videos. You can take them, or I'll tell you. You can take live sessions also, right? Yeah.
Because most of my friends just ask me like go with automation, but I don't know my just inside feeling to learn on performance testing. So I thought of
Yeah, yeah,
asking
go
that
ahead.
I would like to.
Start. Not an
Okay.
issue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So, hello.
Hi, Vicky. One a basic doubt I have.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so can we call performance testing as back-end testing? Like automation testing is for front-end functional. So can we call performance
No,
as
no,
back-end testing?
backend testing. Nothing called front end and back end.
Okay.
It's a totally different part. It's okay. That is functional. This is non-functional thing. Hal, you can normally call it back end, but actually there is no such technical term called back end. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Okay. Okay. Any more questions?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, man. Good evening.
Sir, I'm Achal. Sir, actually, while you are showing this JMeter, the correlation and everything, after that, if any doubt, can we, whom do we need to contact, sir? The time of
In
practicing.
next session.
Next session only. Okay. So actually, I met in the office in the Hyderabad. So there was some staff sitting over here. I thought that we need to discuss with them and everything, get it resolved.
Staff man. Isha Training. They have opened their office.
Yes, sir.
Oh, maybe I'm not sure.
Okay, sir. I seen you some of videos in the YouTube, sir. Prefer Matrix,
Hmm.
some YouTube channel is there.
Yeah, yeah, man.
3 to 4 times. It's very
Yes.
nice explanation, sir.
Thank you. Timing will be this one. I think this is very best time. Anyway, nowadays now summer has came.
Mhm. Sir, in Hyderabad, where is the address, sir, actually? The branch address?
Even I do not know, man. I'm trainer. You contact in group, right? The coordinator. He will tell you
Mhm. Okay.
where they have opened.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any more questions? Okay then, right? Then have a good day. Right. Tomorrow will be day 2. Please come and join. Okay.
All
So
right.
thank you all.
Thank you, sir.